What's up, guys? It's Drac, and this is $60 poorly spent. I'm assuming. We'll give it a fair shake, but so far all of the Fortnite X Nerf blasters have been pretty lackluster in both their performance and due to the kind of cartoonish cosplay nature of them, also the ergonomics. I will give them hats off. The box is gargantuan. Let's take a closer look at it. All right, so pretty basic here on the back. It says that the drum holds 6 rockets and that you pump it to fire. So hopefully this has some sort of mechanism in it that fires them efficiently, but I have a bad feeling that it's going to be a HAMP. I don't remember explicitly what HAMP stands for. I think it was something dumb like hand actuated manual pump or something. But the bottom line is that what it actually is to say that there's going to be probably no spring in here, no stored energy. You just pull, and however far you pull back, a la those old school water guns, it's going to fire the rocket. Now, how it switches through its drum is to be determined. That could be pretty exciting. Hopefully that's at least automatically actuated or indexed as we go through, but it's a big box. I hope that our ninja skills will still work, but all right. So, this is the Fortnite rocket launcher. And admittedly, if you don't have a magic karambit, there is some assembly required. To answer my little sister's primary question about this blaster, this drum is not removable. In fact, it actually required quite a bit of muscle to get all of the individual cylinders kind of ratcheted into place, and once they're in, they're more or less in. If you're planning a paint job for this guy, don't assemble it before painting it. Disassemble it completely, paint everything separately, then put it together, because it is a bear. You've got a carry handle up here, which also happens to have a tactical rail. You've got a grip down here, which isn't that bad, except like I suspected, this is a non-functional trigger. Stop doing this, companies. Nobody wants this. Nobody likes triggers that don't work, just like nobody likes buttons they can't push. I don't care if your design is HAMP generic. Don't put a trigger on it. Fake things bother people. That's a generic complaint. Virtually every blaster company has done that at some point in their history, either as a cost-saving measure or just sheer obnoxious laziness, but stop. It's time to stop. It's time to stop! Now, while that complaint is generic, this complaint is specific, and it's nitpicky, and it's not an actual complaint about the product. It's more a curiosity, and I just want you... I can't believe I'm saying this. I just want you guys to comment in the comment section. When I took this blaster out, and it's still out of the box. At first I was like, did this cardboard get wet in shipment? So I got mine from the southeastern region. That's region 2 in terms of networking and distribution. And I picked mine up in Atlanta at a Target. And all I can tell you is it smells awful. It's like really bad. It's not like that nice plastic decay smell that like new cars have. It smells like wet cardboard mixed with dead raccoon. It's really rough. So I'm gonna hold my breath, get through this review. Again, that's not a specific complaint about the blaster. It might be a courier thing. I just gotta know. I need more data points. Like, is this the level we've fallen to? Let me know. How did your Fortnite rocket launcher smell? With that out of the way, let's go ahead and load this guy up. You've got each individual chamber is designed to hold a rocket, and you can kind of rotate it through. You can do them one at a time like this, or 2 at a time. It's somewhat ambi, as you can see. You can load with your right hand or your left hand, depending whatever your non-dominant hand is. It takes a while to load up because as opposed to having an open frame, it's pretty closed off with these kind of shrouds on either side. So it's not quick to reload. You can't buy additional drums and reload that way. You could possibly design generic shells that fit over the rocket tubes that somehow fire darts, but at that point you need to be cutting down the tubes because the air delivery system is directly through. Each one of these shells has its own stem in it that pushes air into the center of the rocket. Now, I keep looking for a trigger. We'll go over the ergo just real quick. This is a vertical foregrip. It's actually a very good vertical foregrip. It's got interesting diamond checkering on it. Pretty nice. The grip itself is quite large, but that fake trigger throws you every time. And then this stock is pointless. it not only gets in the way of holding the blaster properly, no matter how you do it, but also it's way too short. I guess you could put it there, but then like the real meme is that you don't have to use this hand because there's no real trigger on it. So if you want to be tactical, you could throw that there and this there, and now you're ready to rock it. So the grenade launcher in the game is pretty mediocre, I've found, and that's no exception in real life. You have what I can only assume is meant to be like a jam clearing window over here, or maybe it's designed to let some of these fumes out. I have no idea, but firing the blaster, there's no point in FPS testing this because, oh my goodness. So quick aside, I have found the only reason to purchase this product. You can see we've already got a couple of little chew marks in here. Yeah. I guess the amusement is gone now that it's not been thrown for her. But it's kind of like a built-in indoor fetch thing, except, you know, after playing twice or with any dog slightly larger than little J here, you're going to destroy your rocket. So it's not really, but it is. That's easily the most fun I'm going to have with it, is I'm going to shoot the rockets in my kitchen and let Jinx go grab them, because she took off, man. Like, as soon as she heard, gone. All right, back down you go, little J. So the performance of your rocket launcher is going to depend on how strong you are, how snappy your quick response is there in pressing it down, because you're just pushing air through to launch the rockets. FPS is irrelevant. You're getting ranges of about 30 to 35 feet if you're really good at it, and 20 feet if you're a child. So that said, it does auto-rotate through its very heavy drum when you snap back to reality. But she's going for it, boys. That's interesting. Okay, it's a hang up. You have to push just as hard going forward as you do going back. So I guess the one good news is it does have slam fire, but other than that, I mean, it's $60 for a lot of plastic. It's still only painted on one side. The other side is very generic. You're never going to get arrested in the park for playing with this, because it is neon as all get out. It actually is kind of a throwback to the In-Strike color scheme, and I really do dig that. But overall, this one's a serious pass, guys. It's cheap in all the ways that matter. It has no mechanical rail attachment. It has no trigger. Its performance is low. Its ammo is proprietary and expensive. Unless you're just the biggest Fortnite fan of all time and you want this particularly cartoonish and somewhat heavy blaster to be your primary for your costume or your party. Not that there are any costume parties this year. I'm okay. This one goes down as another just solid pass. Not unlike Fortnite, the video game. Like, the Fortnite tie-in line is just too little too late. It's just not a great battle royale, and in addition to being a pretty bad video game, it is a seriously bad line of blasters. They've taken some good mechanisms and some mediocre mechanisms in an attempt to make effectively functional props, which is normally something that I'm a big fan of. They've made really bad blasters out of this line, and that one is just unforgivably rough, because they could make better blasters, and I don't even mind a price premium. Like, some of the Overwatch blasters were actually quite cool, and maybe there's some perspective bias here, and I'm willing to admit that I just don't really like Fortnite. I threw, you know, about 100 hours at the game, and I just couldn't get into a game with poor gunplay mechanics. And building, while it's clearly a skill, just definitely wasn't for me. So I don't much care for Fortnite. I liked Overwatch. However, if you want to watch me play a real battle royale, I'm a huge fan of playing Apex Legends. I play it live on my Twitch, and we have a brand new t-shirt design since I am a Lifeline main. If you want to get some of these inside jokes, you just got to hang out with us at twitch.tv/VampireDrac. I'm going to be live tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll probably play for like 4 or 5 hours. So come on, hang out over on Twitch. Check out the merch. This one just says, "He's a doctor, goddammit." And if you don't get the reference, there's both a doctor robot that my character has in the game, as well as, well,
Dang it, Jim, I'm an astronomer, not a doctor. I mean, I am a doctor, but I'm not that kind of doctor.
If my lifeline skin isn't to your taste, but maybe you have a tiny furry friend, a companion in your life that isn't an emotional support animal, but maybe you're their emotional support, we have another piece of merch for you. It's brand new. It's the emotional support human merch, and if you come and hang out on Twitch, you might recognize where we ripped the health symbol from. But I'm definitely Little J's emotional support human, and so we've been making that joke for a while too. Anyway, come hang out tonight on Twitch. We always have a really good time. It's kind of my quarantine blues solution. I think that you should definitely skip on the Fortnite grenade launcher. I can't think of any practical reason to purchase it unless you're just trying to round out the Fortnite collection. If you are, more power to you, but some assembly required, performance will be low, and it's 60 bucks. You could buy a lot of better Blaster Company product for 60 bucks. That's all I'm saying. Much love, Blast on, Drac out.